So if you use a case on your phone, there's a couple of things that you will notice. The first thing is that on the bottom, right here and right here, you'll see a lot of buildup. And that's just because the cutouts right there tend to pull in dirt and keep them in there. While when you don't have a case on, it tends to be a little bit cleaner. Now the cases that do have the cutouts in this area, their buildup still occurs because the buildup starts occurring right underneath. The second thing that happens with cases is that it starts scratching up the sides, and that's just because, again, dirt and other things do build up in there, so you have to constantly remove your device out of the case to clean it. And most people don't, so it starts scratching it up, and this is on any device that uses cases that does occur. You will see some wear on the sides from the case being tight because they're trying to make it slimmer, fit better, so those things will happen. The same thing happens to computers. It does end up scratching them. The nice thing about some of the devices that use steel on the side, it can be polished out, and there's some videos online about how to do that. So, but the biggest thing is the buildup on the sides and build up into the ports. Now you will see most of the time what will happen is dirt gets into the speaker grill or dirt gets into the charging port. Now if it does get into the charging port, and you're with the iPhone 10 and iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, being that this wireless charger, most people will use the wireless charger, but when they do plug it in, if there's any dirt, they'll be backing it up into the port, and you don't really want that, because guess what happens, it won't charge that way, so you'll have to know how to clean it, or what most people do is go to an Apple store and say it's not working. But as you can see right here, this is from a case being on it, and I'll just have to polish that off. But overall, just without the case, there's a couple of things that you'll notice, especially if you had one. The device feels smaller in your hand, feels lighter. I'm not having really many issues with it being slippery. It reminds me of the iPhone 7 Plus, the Jet Black edition, because I don't know, for me, I'm able to actually grip it and it stays in my hand. So, but that's not true for everybody. So, but stay tuned. I'll talk a little bit more about all of the things that, benefits with using it without a case, and if you should consider using a case maybe in certain scenarios. So stay tuned for more.